Hey everybody, we're back with another video of Endzone, a world apart. So on our last video, we had just finished making tools. Now our task is to build a school and assign settlers to the profession of teacher. Okay, so we're going to build a school. I'm going to build this one close to the center, maybe right about here. We'll build that right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so we're just going to speed up the time a bit. Okay. So there is our school. We are going to sign a teacher.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools. This, in turn, leads to them staying intact longer, and we conserve valuable resources. Now that our population is starting to grow, we ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production. We're already accumulating fish and tilling our fields. A gatherer's cabin will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
Okay, understood. So we want to build a gatherer's cabin. I just want to see and make sure with my school. So this is productivity. The better settlers are trained in productivity, the more efficiently they perform their work in different professions. So the focus is currently on this subject. Children are educated faster in this subject. Okay. This would be handling tools. So the better settlers are trained in handling tools, the longer they're able to use an individual tool before it breaks. In handling clothing, so the same thing. If we were to educate them in handling clothing, the clothing would last longer. And these are badges. So the better settlers are trained to achieve badges, the more often they'll be awarded them for their accomplishments in the course of their lives. So badges are something that you will need eventually when you start sending your people off on expeditions. So we won't worry about that right now. We'll leave it at productivity for now. Okay, so now we have to build a gatherer's cabin. Now you want to think of where you're going to build that. You have to build it where there's plenty of forest. So I usually build mine close to my forester's lodge because they're always reforesting the forest. So there'll always be a forest there. Okay, this one does not take any beauty away though. All right, so let's put this right here. I'm going to speed up time a bit just so it goes a little faster. Okay, so now we have to get a gatherer. And I am going to change the field of work to make it just go back a little bit more because here there is nothing to collect. So we go from collecting 400 food to now having the option of having 1,000. So we'll change that work field there. Oh, I have to assign 2 settlers. There we go.
Very good. As you can see, the gatherer's cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plants have regrown. As is the case with most buildings, here too, you can relocate the working area at any time.
Okay.
Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees that we can harvest after a few seasons.
Okay, so let's do it. Let's plant an orchard. We're going to plant that over here. Now, I am going to keep my fields close together because there is something you can buy later on underwater. It's an irrigation plant, so it will, there's a certain area of effect, and it will water your fields if ever you were in a drought. So we're going to go food, we're going to go orchard. I'm going to leave 1, 2, 3. Whoops. It's 1, 2, 3. And we're going to make another 10 by 10. So that'll be the orchard. And we're going to add one more farmer. And we're going to pick what we want. So choose seed. We only have plums. So we will, whoops. We'll grow plums for now.
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already beginning to grow. Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown. But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again until they have to be newly planted.
Okay.
Our gatherer's cabin gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be gathered by an herbal hut. The herbs gathered there can be consumed by settlers to replenish their health.
Okay, so now we're going to build a herbal hut. That's going to be in resources. I'm just going to build it close to the forest. I'll build that right here. Yeah, we'll build that right there. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay. There's an old arcade machine in the scrap pile. Okay, we're going to speed up time a bit so that this can go by faster. Okay, so we will add 2 settlers to that, and I am going to change the field of work as well with this one, so we have more. There it goes, 340. We have 7 people that are homeless. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to go and make our population too big too fast, but I don't have access to the shelter.
Well done. We can equally utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on. It might happen that an illness breaks out in our settlement from time to time and spreads among our settlers. That's why we always ought to have enough herbs on hand.
Got it.
Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation, it might occur that our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening. We will need a great deal of charcoal to accomplish this. The charcoal kiln will burn wood to produce charcoal.
Okay, so now we have to produce charcoal. So we are going to go into resources, charcoal kiln. This lowers attractiveness by 5, so you really want to make sure that it's away from the housing. You can, if you click on this right here, the location attractiveness, it will, if you put it, it'll show you -5. So the yellows are negative influencers, and yeah. So you can see as we put this closer, it's degrading the beauty. So we're going to make sure to put it far away from the houses. So charcoal kiln, I will put closer to the forester's hut. So we'll put that right there. Yeah. Okay, now we have no more cloth. Why? Okay, because they're using it for the suits. Okay, that makes sense. We have a lot of scrap. So actually, I think I'm going to build 2 more recyclers. So I'm going to build one right there. And one right there. And those are built. We're going to start collecting some plastic because we're going to need that soon enough to upgrade our cisterns. Okay. Okay, so they're building it. So this is our charcoal kiln. We will... And we have no more settlers. Okay, so let's see here. Where can I take one away? We'll take a herbalist away and put it for a charcoal burner. Oops. So it's raining. Do we have contaminated rain? So we don't know yet because, oh, we do. It's green. Okay. So it's a weakly contaminated rain. So if I click on the radiation, it doesn't show us because it's not contaminated right now. Eventually, so these are the seasons, the upcoming seasons. You can see there's no rain, and then here's rain. We don't know if it's going to be lightly contaminated or heavily contaminated. Eventually, you can build a weather station for that. Okay, I don't have enough settlers for these recycling plants. So I am going to, oh, see, look, we're going to get plastic as a reward. Going to build some more houses. So let's build this here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We'll go 3. Just we'll go 4. Let's see, that'll help our situation. Okay. Can't wait for roads to come out.
Great. We can use the charcoal in conjunction with a filtration system to purify our water. Unfortunately, our cistern is not able to do this. Only the water tower has the necessary equipment for this capability. It would be a disgrace if we had to demolish our trusted cistern just to erect a water tower in its place. What we ought to do instead is upgrade the cistern itself. A water tower can store much more water and provides workplaces for a lot more water carriers than our old cistern.
Okay, so this is where we have to upgrade. So we're going to upgrade the building. So our people, our water carriers, keep working while it's waiting to be upgraded. We're just going to speed up the time a bit. Watch them construct it. So you can see people bringing the materials to be able to construct it. And people coming to collect water. So we're just missing the coal. We just got that delivered. Now they just have to build it. And there we go. So that is built. We're going to slow down time again. Okay, so assign settlers to the profession refiner. Okay, so we need one more settler. There we go. And we need it to make plastic.
Our new water tower is up and ready for action. Good work. Filtering the water is an important next step because clean drinking water is a key mainstay of any stable society. Let's begin with filtering our water. To save on charcoal, we ought to ensure that at least a little bit of water not contaminated by radiation is being stored in our water tower. Water gained from a well is never contaminated by radiation, so it suggests itself for that purpose. Then we can use the remaining charcoal to produce better protective clothing.
Okay, so we are going to build a well. Oh, we're going to build that right over here. Right there should be fine. We need scrap. Just to build that, I'm just going to make the time go by faster. Okay, now we have to put one person. Okay, so someone is going to be collecting water from the well, and it's going to be putting it in our water tower. So we are going to turn on the filtration. So our water is clean. It should be fine for now. Now we're just waiting on a delivery of coal so that it can filter. There we go. Okay, so instruct a tailor's shop to produce activated charcoal masks. Okay. So we are going to make activated charcoal masks, which takes a cloth and charcoal. So we are running low. We have no cloth, actually. I'm going to turn this recycler into another cloth producer. So now we have two recyclers producing cloth. Okay, and we don't have anyone at our forester's lodge. Someone probably died. Okay, so we don't have any homeless people anymore. That's good. We're okay for wood for now, so we're just gonna leave it empty. Okay, we're good in tools, we're good in clothing, we're good in herbs. Okay, so we're just waiting on more cloth. Are they making any? Yes, they are. Okay, so they're making 2. There's none here yet. Okay, so our water is full. We now have 5,000 storage, whereas before it was less before we upgraded it. Okay, so we have 4 cloth. Now we're just waiting for the tailors to make activated carbon masks, which they're making 4.
Good work. We are continuously taking steps towards being better and better equipped to be able to survive in this hostile environment. Filtered water is a precious asset. And later on, we can even use it to irrigate our fields. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not only our water can become a hazard for our settlers due to radiation, our food can too. We ought to erect a decontamination post to prevent settlers from eating meals that are contaminated with radiation.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that that's in community. Nope. Logistics. Okay. So this, as you can see, has an area. So all the buildings within this that produce food will be safe from contamination. You can change the work area on it as well. So I'm going to put that here because our gatherer's hut is there. And so is our storage. So I'm going to put that right here. There we go. And as you can see, our ground is contaminated right now because it's raining, or it was raining. So this is all lightly contaminated. They do have to get rid of the contamination before actually building the building. Speed up time a bit. Okay, so that is built. Now we have to assign a settler, and we have an extra one.
The decontamination post is going to supply all buildings that stockpile food and are located in its working area in order to purify the food that has been affected by radiation. It's true. We should never forget that even when we optimally prepare and protect ourselves, we're still going to lose friends and members of our family time and again. We're going to mourn them, come what may. But if we're able to bury them in a cemetery, then we'll get over the pain and let them rest in peace.
Okay. So we have to build a cemetery. I don't want to build it directly in the middle of town. Okay, that should be under community. Let's build it off here. Yep. I'll build it right here beside the water. That's because there's scrap there. Right there. There we go. Yeah, when you click on it, you can actually see all these little yellow arrows are dead people. People that we've lost due to old age. Okay, so they have to clean the earth first. Get rid of the radiation. They're actually shoveling it up. Slow down the time. You can see them with their shovels. Hey, we have another homeless person, but I'm gonna wait just a little bit. We're gonna have a lot of people become adults soon. Okay, what are we missing? Wood and scrap, okay. Almost there. Oh, they added new scrap. There's a tractor with a trailer. Okay, so cemetery is built. We are going to add a person.
Okay. The cemetery will help us to quickly get a hold on ourselves and focus on the tasks that lie ahead. It's not a pleasant thought, but that's the way things are. At the very least, we're pioneers, aren't we? Maybe we ought to distract ourselves to lighten up the mood. We can erect a number of buildings to increase confidence in our settlement, including, for example, a campfire or a pub. In this situation, however, our best option would probably be to upgrade our town center. Settlers can visit the new town center, and by doing so, increase their confidence for a while.
Okay, I am actually going to put a settler back into the Forester's Lodge because we are going to need wood. So now we have to upgrade our RV. So upgrade building. We already have everything in the storage, so basically someone just has to come and construct it. You can see people are coming to gather resources.
Very good. The new town center not only gives us more storage space, at the same time, it functions just like a campfire too. Settlers can visit the new town center, and by doing so, increase their confidence for a while. Now that we have made efforts to ensure the spiritual well-being of our settlers, we ought to attend to their physical health as well.
Okay.
Our settlers can get sick from time to time. Settlers who have become infected with a disease can die from it if they're not treated. Settlers will go to a medical facility to have themselves treated and will be admitted there, provided that beds are still available. We ought to ensure our settlers' medical health care.
Okay, so now we have to build a medical facility. I'm going to put that over here beside the school. Just want to make sure that it's lined up properly. There we go. Assign settlers to the medic profession. I will do that right now. So the medic will gather the herbs that we have and turn it into medicine. Okay, speed up time. So we are at our limit capacity for the herbs, which is fine because we are going to be using them soon enough to create medicine. I'm not going to increase the limit for that. We don't have any more metal. We do have a lot of plastic, so I think I will switch the plastic recycler for metal. Oops. And we have 5 more homeless people. I don't think... Let's see. Nope, we still can't build that. I think it might be something we actually need to research. I don't remember having to research the shelter. I know we have to research the sturdy house and the upgraded shelter. We'll see. Maybe it's just a part of the tutorial. I won't be able to build it yet. Okay, what are we missing? We're missing wood and metal. This is a big building. It needs a lot of resources. Definitely have enough wood, and we're slowly making metal. Okay, that's what happened. That's where all my metal went. Okay, so we're building that. Okay, so now that person is going to start making medicine. I'm gonna add one more employee or worker just so that we can make it a little faster. Let's see, did they go get any inventory yet? Nope. Oh, we got some now. Here it shows us who is working. So our employers, our workers for this building.
With this step, we have ensured the survival of the settlement for a while. Very good work. Since more and more children are being born these days, we should start to plan for the long term.
Okay, so I'm going to end this here for today. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And let me know in the comments about the audio. I'm just starting to figure out how everything works. So if my voice is too loud, not loud enough, or if the game audio is too loud or not loud enough, just let me know in the comments below. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.